HAL, ASSC join hands for skill development. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited and Aviation Sector Skill Council ASSC organized a skill development conclave at HAL Management Academy on the 20th of April or 22. Various topics, including or post-COVID rebound in Indian aviation and carving skills for future or talent resource challenges in drone technology and bridging the gap through Skill India were featured in a panel discussion at the conclave. OneWeb Inc. packed with ISRO commercial arm for satellite launches. Bharati Group backed OneWeb and New Space India Limited, the commercial arm of ISRO, have entered into an agreement that will help ensure OneWeb completes its satellite launch program. The first launch with New Space India is expected in 2022 from the Satish Dhawan Space Centre, SDSC, Shah, Sriharikota. The launches will add two OneWeb or S total in-orbit constellation of 428 satellites. Boris Johnson becomes first UK PM to visit Sabarmati Ashram. On the 21st of April 2022, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson became the first UK PM to visit the Sabarmati Ashram in Gujarat. It is the place from where Gandhiji led India's struggle for freedom from the British colonial rule for more than a decade. Less than span style equals greater than Boris Johnson. Less than span greater than is also the first British PM to visit Gujarat post Ek Nau Char Saat. Currently, he is on a 2-day visit to India. Shivamogga Airport to be named after B.S. Yediyurappa. Karnataka CM Basavaraj Bommai has announced that the under-construction Shivamogga Airport will be named after former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa. The airport, with international standard facilities, will be inaugurated in December 2022. The project has been taken up under the UDAN program. It will have the second longest runway in Karnataka after Kempegowda International Airport in Bengaluru. Thailand gets India-made COVID vaccines under Quad initiative. Thailand received 200,000 doses of India-made Covovax vaccines on the 21st of April 2022 as part of a flagship initiative of the Quad grouping to help countries combat the pandemic. This is the second consignment of vaccines delivered by India under the Quad Vaccine Partnership. The Quad Vaccine Partnership was announced by leaders of the four-nation grouping at their first summit in March 2021. Fino Payments Bank receives RBI nod to offer Suryodaya SFBS services. Fino Payments Bank has received RBI or S approval for commencing referral services of fixed deposits and recurring deposits as a business correspondent of Suryodaya Small Finance Bank SFB. Fino Bank is a subsidiary of Fino Paytech. It had earlier partnered with Suryodaya SFB for offering a sweep account facility to its customers to address the 1 lakh rupees end-of-day deposit limit. Wipro appoints Satya Easwaran as country head of India. Wipro has appointed Satya Easwaran as the country head for India. Satya will be in charge of strengthening Wipro's business in India across key industry sectors through strategic consulting, transformation, and modernization engagements. Prior to joining Wipro, Easwaran was the head of business consulting and the telecom, media or technology (TMT) sector leader at KPMG India. World Creativity and Innovation Day, the 21st of April. The UN designated the 21st of April to be celebrated as the World Creativity and Innovation Day. The main idea is to push creative multidisciplinary thinking among different countries, at both the individual and group level. The day is part of the World Creativity Week celebrations, which last from 15 to the 21st of April every year. It was founded in Toronto, Canada by Canadian Marcy Siegel, on the 25th of May 2001. Global Ayush Investment and Innovation Summit inaugurated. Less than span style equals greater than on the 20th of April 2022. Less than span greater than PM Narendra Modi inaugurated the Global Ayush Investment or Innovation Summit 2022 at Gandhinagar, Gujarat. The 3-day summit will witness 5 plenary sessions, 8 roundtables, 6 workshops, and 2 symposiums, with the presence of around 90 eminent speakers and 100 exhibitors. The summit will help uncover investment potential and give a fillip to innovation, etc. MoU signed between Indian Navy and Larsen & Toubro. An MoU was signed on the 20th of April 2022 between the Indian Navy and Larsen & Toubro. The MoU aims to engage as a knowledge partner for nurturing technologies in various domains for induction into the Indian Navy. The MoU encompasses all the aspects related to electrical, weapon engineering, machinery and control, and hull of a naval warship. India's first pure green hydrogen plant commissioned in Jorhat. Oil India Ltd commissioned India's first 99.99% pure green hydrogen pilot plant at its Jorhat pump station in Assam on the 20th of April 2022. It has an installed capacity of 10 kilograms and was commissioned in a record time of 3 months. The plant produces green hydrogen from the electricity generated by the existing 500 kW solar plant using a 100 kW anion exchange membrane (AEM) electrolyzer array. Ministry of Defence signs MoUs with Ministry of Ayush. 2 MoUs have been signed by the Ministry of Defence (MoD) with the Ministry of Ayush. One is for starting Ayurveda centers at 37 cantonment hospitals and another is for starting Ayurveda centers at 12 military hospitals of Armed Forces Medical Services (AFMS). These MoUs were signed during the Global Ayush Investment and Innovation Summit in Gujarat, being held from April 22, 2022. National Civil Services Day, the 21st of April. India observes National Civil Services Day on April 21 every year. It is celebrated to commemorate the day when Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, first Home Minister of Independent India, addressed probationers of Administrative Services officers at Delhi's Metcalfe House in 1947. PM Modi will confer Prime Minister's Awards for Excellence in Public Administration on the occasion on the 21st of April 2022. RBI unveils large exposures framework for upper layer NBFCs. RBI has announced a slew of regulatory changes for non-banking lenders by amending the October 2021 circulars on scale-based regulations. It issued 4 circulars in April 2022 including large exposures framework for NBFCs. The sum of all the exposure value of an NBFC, non-banking financial company, to a single counterparty cannot exceed 20% of its available eligible capital base at all times. BharatPe appoints Smriti Handar as Chief Human Resources Officer. BharatPe has brought on board Smriti Handar as Chief Human Resources Officer. This is the first key leadership appointment for the company for 2022. Handar has previously worked at organizations like Reckitt, Philips, and Airtel, in global and local roles. Prior to joining BharatPe, she was HR head, Reckitt Hygiene Soya, before taking over as Global Talent Acquisition Director. Monetary transmission to lending rates gain traction with EBLR. RBI's endeavor to improve monetary policy transmission by banks has gained traction. This was given in an article published in the RBI Bulletin April 2022. Monetary policy transmission to lending and deposit rates has improved in the External Benchmark Linked Lending Rate (EBLR) regime in October 2019. Zomato and Swiggy invest in Urban Piper's $24 million Series B funding round. Urban Piper, a restaurant management platform, has raised $24 million in Series B funding round led by Sequoia Capital India and Tiger Global, along with the participation of Swiggy and Zomato. Founded in 2015 by Saurabh Gupta, Anirban Majumdar, and Manav Gupta in Bengaluru, Urban Piper has raised around $15 million in equity financing, excluding the current round. Finland Minister of Economic Affairs Mika Lintilä meets Jitendra Singh. Finland Minister of Economic Affairs, Mika Lintilä, on the 20th of April or 22, met Union Minister of State Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh. Both announced the decision to establish an Indo-Finnish virtual network center on quantum computing. And MoU to this effect was also signed. US-based EV maker Ability to set up plant in Telangana worth $150 million. US-based Ability Electric Ability will set up the world's largest electric three-wheeler factory in Telangana with an investment of $150 million, 1,144 crore rupees. It will have a production capacity of 2.40 lakh electric vehicles (EVs) each year. The new plant is estimated to drive private investment of $150 million United States dollars and create over 3,000 jobs in the state. 20th edition of India-France Joint Staff Talks conclude. The 20th India-France Joint Staff Talks concluded in Paris on the 20th of April or 22. The talks have been established to enhance defense cooperation between the two countries through regular talks at the strategic and operational levels. The discussions focused on new initiatives under the ambit of the existing bilateral defense cooperation mechanism and strengthening ongoing defense engagements. Got Inc. loan pact with ADB for development projects in Agartala. The central government has inked a pact with Asian Development Bank for 61 million United States dollars, around 454 crore rupees, loan to fund development projects in Agartala, Tripura. It will help improve livability, harness technology and promote new developments to accommodate the expanding population in Agartala city. The project will construct 23 kilometers of climate-resilient urban roads. President signs 4 acts